Hi, I'm Jay Pudar, and today I'm going to be talking about synchronization or spontaneous rhythms in nature and technology. And this was a public lecture given to us by Professor Kurt Weisenfeld, who's a professor at Georgia Tech, and he's doing research in the same field. Basically, synchronization is a coordination which comes into place between two or more entities, uh, which is usually triggered by us in the system. For example, when you have two pendulums in an isolated system and you make one of them vibrate, the other one eventually follows suit and accordingly vibrates to synchronize with this pendulum. Now, synchronization can be at various other levels too, and the different types of synchronizations are basically categorized into three different categories. In precision engineering, what you do is you take a system and you decide exactly what you want to do with it, and you plan out each step of how each component is going to interact with the other one, and thus lead it to a final result, which makes a Rube Goldberg machine a very good precision engineering system. Precision engineering is pretty boring because it doesn't have any mystery behind it. You know exactly what's happening. There's nothing to figure out. Everything is planned, and there's nothing to explain by laws of science. It's all figured out from the very start. The second system is the centrally controlled system, which involves a central entity trying to give commands to different parts of the system and telling them what to do specifically to perform the synchronized motion. A very good example of this is an orchestra where the conductor specifically tells each player what to do, and thus leads to a synchronized music. Another very interesting example of this is the gait of animals. The animal brain gives specific command to each limb, telling the animal how to move exactly and in which specific manner. The last category is self-coordination. Now, this is the least understood type of synchronization we have so far, and a lot of research is going into this field, including Professor Kurt Weisenfeld. Even he's working in the same field. And this involves different members of the system coming together to synchronize without having any central entity controlling them or having a planned system from before. Dynamic synchronization scenario where different members look at the current situation and therefore follows a certain pattern and result in a synchronized motion. Self-coordinated system, there are various great examples which we can look at and see how it works. One of these includes the fireflies, which if, in certain parts of the world, fireflies start glowing at different frequencies, and eventually somehow they coordinate their blinking to the same frequency. Another example of this is Professor Kurt showed this to us in the lecture, was that he told us to clap and eventually the whole crowd ended up at the same frequency pretty easily, which again is a very good example of how self-coordinated systems work. Another example can be taking runners in a circle, which if you tell them to take different, to interact in specific manners depending on the runners in front of them and runners behind them. If the amount of change in motion is specified in such a manner that it's above a certain critical level, we observe that synchronization occurs in this pattern. Thus, again showing that different members of a system, how these systems coordinate and why it happens, how they realize how to coordinate, that's not very well understood. Though, as I said, a lot of research is going into it and probably we'll find out pretty soon. So, thank you for watching my video.